What's up, guys? So got another cool build to show off. This is going out to my buddy John, his first watch from me. And since he skydives, he said, you know, it would be cool an altimeter dive. So went through, looked at different dials. Took a while to get a layout because it's not a typical dial layout, so we had to create it. So we've got a bead blasted dial that we lasered out and then I backside lumed. It's in a brushed case. We have a polished shark tooth bezel with a ghosted black on black ceramic insert, which is easily fingerprinted, so make sure you keep your microfiber on handy, otherwise you're going to see fingerprints. Did a black Omega style handset on it. Then did a little custom engraving here for him. This is on one of my 30-ish gilded movements that I was able to pick up. 2435 gilded movement with a stainless steel movement holder and a silver engraved rotor. Extra thick, as you can see, it's rubbing on the back sides here, which black Sharpie, or black or dark brown Sharpie always works nicely, but goes kind of with the flow of the look, at least on the front. But extra thick, custom Italian leather strap. Extra soft, but it's a different soft. It's soft and pliable, but not your typical like leather, like or you can feel, you know. I'll show you in a second another strap. But this is the last one I had in this style with the rivet. I had been holding it back, and now you'll get it, man. But just in case you happen to like the feel of regular leather, I'm also including a leather strap like this. So extra soft leather, maybe more of your normal feel. This is a different style of leather. So the way for you to swap this out, these spring bars right here compress on the sides. So in order for you to get to this, you've got to typically you're going from the back side, because in case you screw up, you don't nick up or scratch your case on the front side. So you come in from the back. You basically just need a little teeny flathead to go in there and kind of bend down and just kind of put this at an angle so you can pop it out. So it's like a toilet paper holder. But the ones in this one are extra thick. They're thicker spring bar holders to hold these ones on. But and then these ones are a little bit thinner because the holes on theirs is not as thick. So I'm gonna throw that in there for you too. It's from my buddy Jonathan. Just thought, hey, if you're wanting a really super soft leather, that's this. Not that this leather isn't soft, it's a different soft feel. That's this leather is from my buddy in Romania, who gets the leather from Italy and then custom leather paints them and seals them. So it's just a different style of leather. But this is an automatic mechanical, so you can wind it, you can wear it, you can put it in a watch winder. But if it's dead or you're not going to be very active, make sure you wind it a little bit so that you don't lose time throughout the day. And how you do that is you back the crown off the threads until you hear it and feel it clicking. At that point you can wind, and a wind is a turn that way. Turning it towards you doesn't do anything, but it's a lot easier to keep your finger spacing and just go back and forth. If you do this for 4 or 5 seconds, even if you're not very active, you'll keep time throughout the day. And if you do it for something closer to 20 seconds, you're going to max out that 31+ hour power reserve on it. You cannot overwind it. So when you're happy with your winding, you pull it to the one and only click, and you can now set your time. It does not have a hacking movement, so it's going to keep going. You'll also notice you've got a wobble crown in there. That deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement. So when you're pushing a prime on it, you're not putting any adverse pressure on the movement. So that's it. Okay, Google, what time is it?
9:06 a.m.
9:06 a.m. So when you're good, push it over, get it out of that time setting, and wind it down. Bezel on this will turn left, it'll turn right. It's just put on extra tight. It is a tension ring, so it just puts pressure on there so you can turn it either direction, but it's not tight enough that you shouldn't accidentally be moving it around too much. You know, you actually probably have to grip it yourself to move it. As with every build, they're going to come with matching beads. Entirely up to you how stylish you are, whether you wear these or not. This is going to come in one of my BVW Special Edition boxes. This will come with watch cleaner. This is good on all glass and metal parts, so everything there in the center, non-streaking, non-toxic, non-residue. You also have some leather conditioner to keep these leather straps perfectly soft. Apply it on the front and the back, work it in, remove any excess. A little bit will go a long way. Keep those straps perfectly soft. And then lastly, some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. It's like Polywatch. It's because you've got an acrylic glass and you can scratch it. But if you do, put a tiny bit of this on it, buff against it using your included microfiber. If the scratches up and down, go left and right, or swirls that direction, filling that scratch and buff it out. And in about 20 seconds, that scratch should be gone. If you do it to your bezel insert, you are screwed. That's ceramic. If you do it to your case, scratch your case, you can use the green side of a Scotch-Brite, brush it in one direction and brush it in. It's kind of done in a circle. If like nothing was on here and you had that case and you just kind of spun it on a Scotch-Brite, that's the pattern that it's been brushed. So yeah, so there's your build, sir. Extra strap will be in there in case you want to use that, or you use this for a while and then you want to swap over to that. The holes on here all fit this preview buckle, but since this is so thick, you might fight getting this in and out for a bit. If you have a little bit of a punch, you want to open up whatever hole fits you best, you can do that a little bit. Or what I do is, has it been painted in there? Yeah, you might not want to do that. Never mind. Sometimes with these holes out here, if they need to be bigger, I use a drill bit and just kind of open them up a little bit. Not that you can't do that with that, but it's been edge painted in there, so it has a nice kind of crisp, pretty look inside. And it's been sealed. So, you don't necessarily, I mean, doing it the other way, you know, using a punch or something like that is obviously going to do that as well, but I guess it would look a little bit cleaner. So, you could always use a drill bit and then put a flame in there and kind of crisp it up a little bit real quick. But it's just because it's extra thick, so it'll go in there. You just might fight just a little bit, working it in, working it back out, but until that hole's been kind of, you know, worn in a little bit. So that's your build, man. I hope you love it. I reference it was backside lumed. Not so nice and bright in the watch room, but get a little bit of a look on how this came out. And of course it decides it doesn't not want to. So you can see all the areas that were lasered out, all your numbers, the tick marks at those numbers, and the centerpieces. So thought it came out pretty awesome. I don't know why my phone never likes to focus on what I need it to focus on. See, if you're not wearing it, it goes on just fine. But you can see how thick that leather is. So it's got to fight that, and it's got that little teeny, you know, drop right there. See that? That's what you're fighting. That there on the end. So getting it off when it's on your wrist too can be a pain. But you will get it worked in, I promise. But worst case scenario, you've got the other one to work with. So, and that's another reason why I threw that in there. So just in case you're fighting this a little more than you wanted to. But hole punch will open it up a little bit if you have a hole punch, a leather punch. Drill bit will do it. So, but yeah, extra thick. So, but that's your build, buddy. I appreciate you a ton. Thank you for everything you do. And if you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe, as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.